Alright guys, so someone commented on one of my videos wondering what my Thrustmaster T150 settings are for Assetto Corsa drifting on my drifting video. And I guess I'll start by showing you my settings. I have gain at 70, filter and minimum force at 0, curb effect and road effect at 15%, slip effect AVS 0, and I turned on enhanced understeer. Here's my other stuff. And I guess I'll give you one little advice when it comes to drifting with the T150. Since it's not like a super high-end wheel, the motors aren't super fast to catch some like transition drifts when you're transitioning quickly, whipping it around. So when it comes to that, you're going to need to throw the wheel a bit. But one mistake that a lot of beginners make is while you're coming into the turn and the counter steer starts to kick in, this is a general rule for drifting in general, but if you're kind of holding onto the wheel a little bit, it can delay the counter steer because it can't counter steer in time, and that can cause spinning out. Also, if you're coming into your turn with your wheel angled inward, like your wheels are angled inward a little bit to the turn, then it's going to be like a dead space, and it's not actually going to counter steer. So you have to make sure you come into the turn either with your handbrake so your wheels can stay straight and then they'll turn out, or you give it a little bit of throw. And whenever you're doing those whips from left to right, you're going to have to throw that wheel pretty hard because the wheel isn't fast enough to catch them. But if you're doing more gradual whips, sometimes you can just let go of the wheel, and as long as you're letting go of the throttle, it'll be able to counter steer. And the last piece of advice I would have is when you're coming into your turns, and sometimes, of course, because of the speed of the wheel, it can't counter steer fast enough. So another thing you can do is when you're coming to the turn, let go of the throttle, and it'll slow down that whip, so it'll have more time to counter steer. So I hope that helped.